Bronny can go in front of ESPN.
Nigga, my mama gonna go to war, nigga. I don't give a fuck how old she is or how old I am. So if I got a pops, that nigga gonna do this. Well, he better do this. That's right.
Yeah. But now we're opening the door for all of these parents to start coming out and protecting their kids.
If you think that's bad, wait till you see Shedeur.
Right, it's about to get worse.
He already doing it. We all saw what we saw, and you know what we saw.
That's elementary school.
No.
That's like,
when you a teammate, he push him like, man, like, let's go. He push him like, get off of me. Get off of me. Get off me. No, don't touch me. Was it worth the 30,000? Now? in the moment.
In that moment.
In the moment.
He was up.
You remember? Was it bingo night or was it? 44. You know what we doing this show, boy. We flow, boy. But I'm gonna keep it high level. This is gonna just give you the beats. And I give you my opinion at the end on all of these topics. But what's going on, the core issue, is the carriage rights fee.
First of all, start off the right way. Exactly. Let me start out like this. This is why I'm broke and you got money. this whole Dak Prescott saga.
What are those? On the field, I got metric after metric. He's a winner. Okay, he's number one in all categories for the Dallas Cowboys first 5 seasons. Off the field, unquestionable character. Like, the only thing you got on Dak Prescott is, I am undisputed in me playing basketball, and I just want to line up. He's getting up. And show, yeah, we doing this for real. He's first.
We're supposed to get to them. Go rebound. This one?
Cut that up, baby. This boy, it's wet time. That's what I do.
I still don't know why this is a pick, except exceptional play by the defender. Look at that. 2 dudes reaching, and then he comes between them and say, let me split this bunk bed. And I'm out of here. Shotgun snap, slips. Oh, that's something. Sack on your first play ever in the NFL. Y'all know your nightmares came true. You're like, God dang. Oh, yeah, this ain't it. Look at this blitz right here.
I mean, he only knows so much what he's reading off stats, off paper. I mean, everything's good on paper. But I would always love to hear it from a player because they play the game.
What about a journalist? Like, being real, NARPs are journalists. Like, you're from that pool, right? So imagine somebody just said, you didn't play the game. I don't want to hear it.
She would have a living room full of people at about 10 p.m. probably every other Friday or Saturday. Come up here and I already know what they want, and I got to sing whatever song I got.
Did you say song. Sing, not rap? You said sing, huh?
Sing. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear no rap. They ain't trying to hear no rap. Yeah.
Well, you think you can do something with that? Hey man, Michael Jordan too light in the tail. Okay, you know what, big dog? Yes, I'm light in the tail. If you want some of this, let's go one-on-one right now.
Everyone's playing the hits, but I'm a DJ. And one thing I know from my DJing experience is that you don't just play the hits. You play things that people haven't found out about yet. Discovery. Not up to me. I don't have this ego where I'm a buck, talk trash, and be like, yo, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm gonna be like this. All right, I got enough talent. I got enough belief in me. I know what I want to do. Yep, let me go do it. Blah, blah, blah. What's crackin' from the jack end to the back end. Oh, we about to get into this right there. Oh, man, I'm loving it. Right there what we were just talking about is not just playing the hits, not just saying what everybody is saying, basically, not being a jukebox with this sports media. So that's what this show is. Good morning to everybody in the chat. Beating it up in the comments. True Light is up in there. He says, good morning at work. Be in and out the chat. Okay. Like you're going to be in and out of work. Somebody paying you all that money and your ass ain't going to be working that much. I love it. TC210 always up in this building. Loving you, brother. Gemini, salute from Dayton, Ohio. Oh, I had some Daytons, some Dana Danes. I had some Daytons. Respect to you, big dog. We're going to have some fun today. Let's get right into it with the Wiley-ism because we know we got to stay inspired and connected together no matter how much they promote divisiveness. No matter how much they talk about how different we are, we're all uniquely the same. So let's get into the CBA. And we ain't talking about the NFL. We ain't talking about basketball, NBA. We're talking about the real CBA, which is conceive, believe, achieve. CBA. That's helped me a lot of times in this world when I'm starting to figure out what I want to do, when I'm trying to figure out what's next, when I'm trying to figure out how do I get all of this greatness inside of me to be out there to be great, right? Everybody wants to be great. Who ain't? And I said CBA, conceive, believe, achieve. Simple as that. So when you get that fleeting thought, that thought comes in your head and it's a good one and you really want to do that, let it take root. Right? Let that seed hit that fertilizer, hit that soil, and let it take root. And all of a sudden, once you conceive it, you actually got to believe it. By believing in it ain't just thinking about it. It means doing the work to show your belief, right? So your belief is you water that seed, you cultivate that seed. You go grab all your hoes. I remember when I took horticulture in the 8th grade and the teacher was like, so everyone go grab a hoe. I was like, what? I said, this is the class for me. She was like, no. We talking about that tool over there, that hoe. But you got to really take care of your crop, right? You believe. You believe this is going to work. You believe in that. So you take care of that baby. And then you look up, it sprouts, and then you achieve. Conceive, believe, achieve. Simple as that. Well, let's just say it's not just us thinking like that. It's other people out there saying you need to conceive, believe, achieve, and we all know who people like that are. So let's just start off with Shedeur's start. I shouldn't even say shaky start because you're going to figure out was it shaky or not. Now, by looking at the numbers of Shedeur Sanders, it's not telling you enough. He hasn't played enough. Let's be real. He's only had 2 starts, and we've seen him in 2.5 NFL football games. So even if he was amazing, not enough. You know, we've seen that guy that hits the ground running, and all of a sudden he starts jogging. Next thing you know, he's walking. Next thing you know, he's out the league, right? We also seen the guy who sucked from the beginning. Like, golly. I mean, Peyton Manning is always the example, but you can look at the early Peyton Manning numbers and say, ooh, it ain't just the era. They wasn't throwing the ball like they throwing it now, but still, ooh. And then he flipped the switch. 3-13 his first year, 13-3 his second year. The sheriff is in town. So we ain't going to go there on Shedeur, but we can go here. And I want to keep it as objective as possible because the last thing I want is a narrative that I don't like Shedeur Sanders, especially because how much I love his daddy. So it's like, nah. I'm going to the barbecue, damn it. Deion's still going to invite me over. Hell nah. Y'all ain't going to twist me out of this. No, now, let's look at this. This is some of the evaluations and summaries of what happened yesterday. Then we're going to get into some video, and it's a lot of layers to the Shedeur conversation. So they talked about Purdy first, and because they won, and he's the quarterback of the winning team, and he bounced back from a horrible game, right? Remember he threw 3 picks in the first half? Shedeur ain't did that, right? So obviously they're going to talk about him first. Then they talk about the giveaways that obviously undermined the Cleveland Browns, and that's why they lost. Shedeur doesn't get mentioned until he gets mentioned way down here. Now, all you Shedeur stands out there who are always complaining, y'all always talking about a 5th round and always critical and all that stuff. I tell all my friends this, all my friends that are celebrities, that are popular, that people recognize, whatever, and then they start complaining. I said, it beats the alternative, okay? So typically, these type of articles start off with Shedeur Sanders in that little bold black. Now look at us. Not number 1, not number 2, number 3 we get down and you middle of the conversation, middle of the summary. Remember, you like being that star, whoever you are, because if it ain't that way, woo, you're going to be mad that day. Trust me. So now we go down here. Okay, on 3rd down especially, San Francisco's pass rush made for a hectic experience for rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders and only his 2nd NFL start. Undercutting a Browns offense that still managed to gain 253 total yards, but produced just 8 points. Okay. We know that quarterback stat is win-loss. Say what you want. The quarterbacks, they put that on their resume if you won or lost. They also put the points up. Every NFL team has this mantra. You give us 21, the job is done. We gonna win. The defense is sitting there saying, I dare you to give us 21. We got the rest. right? It doesn't work that way all the time. It doesn't work out that way. We get it. But that's what the defense will say. Okay, we know the weather was bad, but damn it, there is a Cleveland Browns team. There is a Buffalo Bills team. There is an MVP that's in Buffalo. I don't want to hear about no weather. My boy already tried to base me with this one. Tomorrow, it's going to be bad in the weather and the numbers. And I was like, look, everybody dealing with that same weather, so everybody going to be compromised. Now, that's not true, but that's how you got to think. It's not true because some guys are speedsters. Some guys are finesse guys. Me playing DN, I still was a little more of a finesse kind of, I was a powerful, big old strong dude, but I was a finesse cat. I'm a Cali cat. So I want to go out there and have traction. When I'm sliding all over the place, I'm like, God dang, what the hell? And coach looking at me like, when you going to get to the quarterback? I'm saying, when you going to dry up this field? What the hell wrong with you? It's slippery out here. You know what I mean? And then there's some fat guys with some big ass calves and high ankles, and you know, they just fat. Like you could tell they just got them big old legs, they mama big, right? Everything. And they just go goof, goof. It's like Shrek out there, they balling. You're like, man, this slow ass dude killing me. Cause he got that low center of gravity, that leverage. He like a fire hydrant. Damn tank out there. So, Shedeur, you know, the numbers, whatever. Undercutting the Browns offense that still managed that, but 8 points. Okay, it's not a guarantee this pass rush will suddenly become a frequent contributor, but for one Sunday, it was nice to see the Niners get after the quarterback more than usual. Okay, now here's what's damning. Most people stop reading right there, right? His name ain't highlighted no more. Oh, no. His name is right here. Watch this. Next gen stats. They didn't have next gen when I was playing. They didn't have no gin, no Hennessy, no vodka, nothing. Now they got next generation of stats. Next gen. Shedeur Sanders averaged This is tough. If you really love Shedeur, I advise you, like my man is at work, go away and come back. You ain't gonna like to hear this. Shedeur Sanders averaged a 3.37 second time to throw in his second start. The longest time to throw by a Browns quarterback over the last 3 seasons. I'm not big on these sound effects. I always play the hand clap, but let's see what this one is. That's not good. Okay, and then they start talking about how good that was for the 49ers. I'm going to read this one more time, y'all. Shedeur Sanders averaged a 3.37 second time to throw in his second start. The longest time to throw by a Browns, he should have been a Raven, by a Browns quarterback over the last 3 seasons. Look, y'all, I love you too much to lie to you. I don't give a damn how much you want me to lie to you. I deal with this with my wife all the time. She want me to just answer some stuff to make her happy. I'm saying, sorry, baby, I know that make this relationship and marriage better, but I ain't about to lie to you because it ain't going to make me better. And frankly, it ain't going to make you better. So a lot of times I get myself in trouble because I say stuff way too early. I'm not a hater. I just tell the truth too early. Okay, so I told you. All these excuses were on the board for Shedeur Sanders, and now they're starting to fall off the board immediately, including he doesn't have an offensive line. He doesn't have protection. I always told you the best offensive line I've ever faced, the best offensive line in NFL history is a decisive quarterback, right? You help your O-line, just like a cornerback and a safety helps his D-line. We go together, y'all. If I got a quarterback don't know what's going on, oh, God, good luck with that O-line. You can have the Pro Bowl O-line. They going to still get through. It's defenders over there getting paid. So the damning thing about this with Shedeur is your O-line coach is sitting there, and we all have a big team meeting. Everybody gather around. All right, tough loss yesterday. We understand. Some of it was the element. Some of it was, hey, Shedeur's out there in his second start. A lot of things is moving. A lot of moving parts. But still, I saw some encouraging things. I saw some really encouraging things, like O-line, stand up. And the O-line stands up, and next thing you know, coach is like, O-line, great job yesterday in protection. They like, really? We haven't heard that in a while around here. And you know what he says? 3.37 seconds time to throw. The most it's been in 3 years. That means that quarterback had time to chill. Let's chill. You got to chill. Throw the ball. Like, right. He had time. You can't say he didn't have time. And I've heard that excuse from the preseason to now. He doesn't have time. He had time. He had the most time any Cleveland quarterback has had in 3 years. That's taking us what? Deshaun? That's going back to Baker Mayfield damn near. Okay. So when you have time, people expect you to do something with that time. Right? Uh-oh. let's just say, didn't go as planned, didn't go according. Okay, so now everybody got questions. Like, what's cracking? Including some targeted questions that may be out of bounds, but Shedeur, he's a pro. He can answer them. Let's go.
Those 2 14 Olympic didn't work. And did you like Kevin having the aggressiveness there, even backed up in your territory?
I mean, first, that's a rude question to ask. If I think, you know, it was a great call by my coach, you know.
You like the aggression. You like the call.
I like being out there playing. so whatever that comes with, it comes with, you know, like, you know, we're not going to be here and ever point finger at no coach or do anything like that. You know, that's extremely disrespectful, and that's not even in my place.
Blah, blah, blah. All right, Shedeur got where I wanted Shedeur to get, which is, man, I got to deflect this BS. Don't come at me with that BS. But at the same time, there's a way to get there that Shedeur hasn't mastered yet, and most rookies don't, which is if you're trying to protect the coach, you also don't attack the reporter or make the reporter get on the defense, because guess what? He has a pen. He has a typewriter. He has a word processor. He has a computer. And I'm just telling you, take it where you want to take it. That dude will now be looking at Shedeur and the glass will be half empty. Just tell you how humans are, how people are. So you don't do yourself any favors. You're like, that's a rude question. You trying to set me up. What's up, dog? He like, okay, I don't think you know how this goes. A lot of these questions going to be set up questions, damn it. Just take it like it comes and answer it professionally, while I could do my job and you could do your job and Kevin could do his job. But I'm asking this question because y'all didn't really do y'all job that well today. That's all I'm saying. But okay, you won this moment, I'll win the war. That's how it goes. Just telling you, you just put another hurdle on your track. But who gives a damn about that? What we really give a damn about is the fact that, hey, what's really going on with Shedeur? So if we look at his stats, his stats are too immature. He doesn't qualify to be in the conversation of, whoa, where is he in passing attempt completion percentage? He doesn't qualify. I can show you that, but it's not fair to those who have 13 games versus a guy who has 2 games. It's not fair to Shedeur, and it's not fair to Matthew Stafford as an example. So all you got to know is right now, this is still a place where we are like, is Shedeur going to be great? Is Shedeur going to be good? Or is Shedeur going to be sorry? And it still hasn't been answered. So another week as the world turns in the conversation about Shedeur Sanders and how he's going to do and how he's going to be. I give you the grades as I've always given you the grades. Yesterday's grade, we in that CD range again, C or D. We're not in a B. We haven't gotten an A yet, right? You can try to go to preseason Carolina game and give them a B something, or that's the closest you get. You got to think about this. Since that Carolina game, and that game started off shaky, but then he came on and lit it up. Since that game, that Rams game and these 2.5 starts, as I must say, and this is just the player in me, he looked like a 5th rounder. Y'all can say he's a 1st round talent all you want. I'm like, I see some good throws here and there, but I don't see consistent goodness or greatness to make me say, okay. Now, he had time to throw yesterday. You say it's the weather. He playing in Cleveland. What you think they gonna do? What you think Bernie Kosar was out there doing? Oh, man, I can't do nothing this year against John Elway and the Broncos. It's cold. Josh Allen, Jim Kelly, Buffalo, balling. I'm not built for it, but I ain't have to play their position. I ain't have to sign up for it. Okay, so that's it. And in terms of like the media part, because I think what's really happening to Shedeur, other than him getting insane amounts of media, I'm guilty as well. But I'm fascinated by the story. I'm fascinated with any great player's son. I'm fascinated. As soon as I go out there to AAU games, our Left Coast Legends games, I find out, I see Trevor Reese. I was like, oh, your boy here? He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, I'm watching that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it don't matter who it is. I see TJ Hushmanzada, his son be balling. Or you could be Lawrence Taylor cursing reporters out. We don't care. You're great. When you're good is when we care. And if you're not that good, we really care. And if you're kind of good, we kind of care. And if you're really good but not great, we really don't care that much. That's where it is. I just want Shedeur to get the proper due. Because right now, by the numbers, it's still up in the air, but it's slanting and skewing towards the negative more than the positive. Well, let's talk about somebody else who in the media is going through the negatives and the positives. Had to turn my TV off. Turn my TV off. I had to do the Kendrick. Turn the TV off. Damn logo kept flashing. Was distracting me. God dang it. We could do a show without a logo. Let's see what y'all saying. Beat it up in the comments. Oh, God. Y'all here today. Okay. Last night's game was a thriller. Was it? Which game? You talking about football? There was a lot of basketball on, too. Gemini 60-55. All right. Everybody saying good morning still. Y'all just waking up. Y'all like, God dang, good morning. It's like, okay. It's 9 o'clock on the East Coast now. God dang. Wake up. All right. Jerry Jeudy is sorry. He wouldn't be a one anywhere else. A-Sean 76. We're going to cover Jerry Jeudy. We're going to cover what's going on with this team in terms of that disruption, that sideline issue. They had a few dust-ups yesterday when you talk about what we saw from Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns. As I stall, I'm going to tell you what we're talking about today. I keep forgetting this part, but this is a very important part because some of y'all want to know what to watch for. Shedeur, we just reviewed his plays and his stats and his media conversations, kind of interesting there. We're going to get into Lane Kiffin. He dipset. He said, "Oh, miss, let me just say, y'all owed to me. Y'all gone. Peace. LSU bound, okay? Then we're going to talk about Shedeur and Jerry Jeudy. What's behind that dust up? Is that disrespectful? Everything that they went through on the sideline. They over there cripping in blood. And we're going to talk about Tim Donaghy. That's the old referee that been telling everybody everything about what referees been doing, including holding grudges against players like Allen Iverson and how that comes out in NBA play. Steph Curry, look, he's the three-point king, and he's the best shooter of all time, and that won't last for long. There are numbers and stats and facts out there showing that other kids will be better than Steph Curry at the three-point line, which is crazy. Let's get into also, y'all remember Jawan Jennings and him getting into it and getting punched in the niggies and all that? They had another dust-up. Somebody gets hurt, and he over there tripping. So they had to trip on him. Derek Fisher coaching his kids right down the street from where I live. I know where Derek Fisher coaches. It's in my hood. And guess what? He dropping some gems to these little ones out there. Matt Barnes' sons, also the twins, are on that same team. Pretty good team. All right, so now we're going to talk about college football after that. The state of affairs. Let Nick Saban tell us how college football is all messed up right now. We're going to get into Dame Dash and 50 Cent. A little bit of beef there. And then we're going to talk about the racial element of that beef because Dame Dash took it there. Brittany Griner, she can't dunk. I still can't believe this. I got to show y'all this. This is crazy. Has rap music, hip-hop music done more harm than good? Interesting conversation. We're going to do this on the Rocks. We're going to go live on the Rocks at 10:15 today as well, so check in there if you can. Great show. That's just me and my boys really talking. A lot, like, they beating me up. I'm beating them up. Pause if that's a pause. But the point is, we talking for real. Not this fake like, oh, I like this guy because he works with me. Nah, this is my homie. So we really go there, right? So we're going to talk about rap music because there was a shooting and killing of kids, and it's all based on this rapper, supposedly, allegedly. Cedric Entertainer talks about Kings of Comedy 2. Are y'all even interested in that? Who would be there since Bernie Mac is gone? We know what that is. And Jameis Winston sums up the holiday weekend in a way that only Jameis Winston can. It's hilarious to see that. All right, that's today's show. If we get to all that. But you know, by 6:30, we dipsetting. All right, we out of here like Cameron. So let's get into this. What they talking about with the Lane Kiffin out of Ole Miss going to LSU? That boy don't like Oxford. Well, damn it, we going to show him who we are.
You've just left your last meeting with the Ole Miss Rebels, and you're getting ready to get on an airplane to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. What is going through your mind right now?
Well, first, I just watched you do something unbelievable and go off-road around the fire trucks to get here, so amazing job by you. You know that this was a very challenging, difficult day. You know, we went through a lot last night with Keith Carter trying to figure out a way, you know, to make this playoff, you know, run work and be able to coach the team. And at the end of the day, that's his decision, and I totally respect that. I understand that decision, and, you know, so I just totally wish the team the best of luck, wish that I was coaching, but understand that it was a very challenging position for him and the chance to be in, and totally respect that. So, you know, just really hope they play really well and go win the national championship.
What drew this decision out so long?
Just, it was really difficult. This has been a really special place. 6 years here. I know that there's a lot of feelings and emotions right now around. I hope when they settle down that there's an appreciation about what we were able to do here and having, you know, the best run that's ever been done in the history of the school. And and brought some exciting times. So I'm so appreciative to the people of Oxford and the relationships that I developed here. And you know, when I spoke at my dad's funeral, he moved 17 times. And I realized when all the people, I got all the letters, calls, people showed up from around all those different spots, NC State, all the different spots he coached. And they said he was able to impact them and how much that meant to them. And so I've really strived since that day to really try to impact people and help people through life, through my journey. So just prayed a lot and made a family decision, and hopefully get a chance to go, impact a whole new set of people.
All right, let's pause right there as he's talking through this conversation and give you guys some little tidbits that happen. Part of this whole saga is just unfortunate that it occurred this way. This much attention that skewed negative, that made him look like he's a traitor, he's not loyal, blah, blah, blah. When the forces against him were, look, Ole Miss and the AD, et cetera, was like, all right, this is getting too noisy for us. We need to know an answer before the season's over. So that even, whether it's explicit or implicit demand, it's just unfair to Lane Kiffin and to them kids. Like, them kids don't give a damn if Lane leave after they do what they do. What if they win it all this year? We good with Lane leaving. God dang. I'm leaving to go to the pros, go to the league. Why are you mad at him? He going to LSU. That's like the league in terms of college football coaching. Come on. So the players are caught up in the wash. Lane Kiffin caught up in the wash. So then he has to use choice words like praying on it, even though I know he did pray. I always respect somebody's higher beings and their religion. But you throw that out there for protection, for cover. You also say family. Look, it's a family decision, even though, damn it, you think your little daughter is the one that made the decision? Like, come on. I love my little girl, Olivia and Araya, but they ain't making the decisions in this house. Like, you know what I mean? If so, we eating candy every night for dinner. So, no. And we watching Bluey, you know what I mean? And Big City Green. So he's throwing out cover because he's like, God dang, dog, will y'all leave me alone? The hell wrong with y'all? I just coached so well that other places wanted me. And sorry, Ole Miss, y'all not the biggest thing going. Y'all close, and y'all got closer with me, but leave me alone. Like Michael Jackson said, leave me alone.
I understand you didn't attend the meeting today. Why not?
Again, I totally respect Keith's decision.
So that was his decision?
Yeah. He asked me not to come to the meeting and said I couldn't come, but which I totally understand. I don't know that I necessarily agree with that. We're trying to find a way, to make this work and coach the team and give the team the best chance to win. But I also, he's got a job to do, and like he said, he has to live here. So, like he said, maybe all the national people understand why he should let me coach, but he has to live here, and it's a little different when you're the AD. So, totally respect that. And Keith has been amazing to us over the 6 years.
Why?
Okay, we got to stop there because AD, I know you live there. You the AD. Where else you going to live? You going to live there. But I don't give a damn what Joan at the coffee shop thinks about what you're doing at work. I don't give a damn what Steven at Home Depot is thinking about when you go to work. Okay? You letting all this social pressure get to you. Oh, it's going to be different when I go to the country club. If I let Lane Kiffin run the show, let this guy just stay here, use us all up, help us win a national championship. Damn it if we do win one and then leave us. How dare he? That would have been the best case scenario outside of him just staying. And he like, I can't stay because if you know who I am, I'm a nomad. You know why I'm a nomad? Because I was raised a nomad. I was raised in the, I raised in the hood, so what the heck? Your daddy had to do that. If you're a coach, this is one reason I don't coach anything but itty bitties. When them kids get to high school, please don't call me. Maybe high school when my son is there, maybe, but I don't even want that. You know why? Because them dudes, their life is their job, and their job is their life. Like, that's it. You know a coach, a real coach? Oh, he gone. I got family right now that coaching. He was at Penn State. Now coach is going. They about to go somewhere else again. Came from Purdue. Came from where else? Virginia. Like, God dang. That's the life, bruh. Okay? You got to go get that money. You got to chase that money. So Lane Kiffin sitting here, he under the thumb of an AD who's under the thumb of Joan at the coffee shop? You just going to let him coach them boys up? And then leave, and you think he gonna leave by himself? Oh, no. He gonna take Gervestein's grandson with him. What? Shut it.
Was LSU the right choice for you?
Yeah, just, there was something in me. This was really hard. My heart was here, but I just, I talked to some mentors, Coach Carroll, Coach Saban, and especially when Coach Carroll said, man, your dad would tell you to go, man, take the shot. Take the shot. You've accomplished a lot here. I always hated how we only gave 1 year to Tennessee and left. I really hated that feeling of that, even though it was an exciting year. But, I think that we gave a lot to this program and to the city, and, some of those historic wins in the stadium we've ever had, and best regular season in the history of the school. So I feel proud of that part, but it just became time, I talked to God and told me it's time to take a new step.
God told him to say, hey, make sure you quote me too. I said that. God, like, yeah, I got you. Nick Saban and Pete Carroll too, like, hey, dog, we some big boys, but stop putting our name out there like that. Just call me. You ain't got to be telling everybody you talk to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Pete Carroll told me to leave because my dad would have left. Like, nah. I told you what your dad would have did, but your dad also empowers you to do what you want to do. You ain't do everything your dad did or wanted you to do. So I'm just trying to point out some of this stuff that you got to say just to get people off your back, get their foot off your neck. But it's crazy out there. So keep talking. We almost done.
Some people will look at this and say, okay, it is the best season in the history of the school, the best era in the history of the program, a playoff team with an opportunity to win a national championship. So what does LSU offer in your mind that Ole Miss doesn't?
I don't know all that. It just was something that I played on and made a family decision. And maybe it's right, maybe it's wrong. But I think a lot of times, you just go prove things right. And that's what we're going to do when we get there.
Last thing. I know this has been an emotional time for you. What are the specific emotions that you'll be watching your team on television playing in the college football playoff?
I don't know that. There's so many emotions today, and it was so rushed. This isn't a normal job, and so I'm not complaining about the job. This is a very abnormal job that you don't get a chance to just go places, look around, make decisions, maybe start in 4 months or something when you relocate. So this is one of those strange jobs that you got to get on a plane and go. So I hate that part of it, but it is what it is.
One last thing that I meant to ask a moment ago. What role did your desire to bring some offensive staff with you or some staff members with you play in the decision-taking moment?
In decision of what?
In the decision to be finalized.
Oh. Yeah, there was no, I guess there's a narrative, because I had talked to the players about that someone pumped a narrative in them that there was an ultimatum to coaches or something like that they had to go. There was nothing. Every coach has their own decision to make, and I would never give them ultimatums like that. And so, those are all their own individual decisions.
Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it, man. All right. See you soon.
All right, buddy.
All right, buddy. Oh, man, shout out. First of all, give Marty Smith a round of applause for that. Hey, do you know how much love that is for Lane Kiffin in this moment? He got the PJ sitting there. He got the Dukes of Hazzard police calls right there. He got them good old boys waiting for him. And he got the joint. He got the interview. Marty, like, give me 3. I mean, they've been texting back and forth this whole week. And he's like, give me 3 minutes, please, baby. This would do wonders for me. And he's like, oh, all day, dog. You my homie. I got you. So that's good looking out, Lane Kiffin. And that's good getting it, Marty Smith. The last part of that, basically, Lane Kiffin is going to take the hits. He's like, I'm already getting shot at for no reason. Bring it on. You already got me this far. Take it all the way, because he's trying to protect Ole Miss. He's trying to protect that AD. He's saying, look, y'all rush me. Just wake up and say Thanksgiving. After Thanksgiving, eat. And then when you finish eating, I want your ass to tell me you staying here or not. Because early signing day is coming. What? I can talk to these players anytime I want to, when I want to. Come on, y'all. You want to play these kind of games? Ole Miss, let's see your NIL. Where is it right now? 20 million. Well, it better be 200 million, because I'm going to LSU and I'm offering them bricks. Partner, since y'all want to rush me, now I'm going to take my time and take all your players. What do I need? I don't even need a receiver, but I can offer whatever I want. Playing these kind of political games with that man. That man did all that good for y'all. Sometimes you got to understand, you ain't got to write the whole book. Just write a damn good chapter. It's a good chapter in your book, Ole Miss. And you done messed it up now. He could have stayed longer. At least to the end of the playoffs. I don't know how much longer, but golly, it's crazy. Let's beat it up in the comments. See what y'all talking about. Most 9905 Raw Room. Yeah, I like that. That's a good name to call this show. Raw Room. We keeping it real in here. We keeping it raw in here. Ooh, I'm going to try and turn this TV back on. Sorry, Kendrick Lamar, but turn the TV off. I had to. Now turn it back on. Let's talk about this as well. I see you guys in the comments, Slim Reaper saying, brothers in the hood refuse to go Hollywood. Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about that, the hip-hop culture, the rap culture, blah, blah, blah. I think that's what you're referencing right now. So let's get back to Shedeur Sanders and Jerry Jeudy, because this happened yesterday. And let me just tell you, this ain't normal. Let's get into it. I don't want this. Yeah, don't talk. I want y'all to see this. Body language, demonstrative, knowing the camera's on you, doing the most, Jerry Jeudy. Shedeur says, hey, bro, no. You need to watch this film right here. I don't care what happened. I don't see it. No, you need to check it out. Look, that's who's open. No, you both will throw it then. Throw it. Then my man 55 said, look, we can handle this another place, another way. Just look at this one more time. Now, quarterbacks and receivers always mad at, because I told you they got the hardest position on offense, not because of physicality, because they got to run so damn far to no avail. They catch 6 balls, they think they amazing. They have run 60 routes. Yeah, so that's how the game goes. So the mentality of a receiver is always all over the place. They crazy, right? I mean, coaches asking them to do a lot of dummy work. Take off, run here, do this. And then if I catch my 5-6 balls, I'm amazing. But what about the other 55? Who cares? Right? So they got a little different psychology in terms of how they view the sport. But when you talk about Shedeur Sanders, he's like, first of all, this is disrespectful. I know how Shedeur is taking this, and he should. This is disrespectful. You coming up to me, pounding your chest, beating your hands, doing the most, just because I'm on the sidelines and I'm only a starter for 2 games. I'm a rookie. So you trying to really big dog me. Don't big dog me. If you right, you right. You wrong. But don't big dog me. See how the ego gets into every conversation if you're invited in? You big dogging me. You wouldn't do this. You ain't pulling this with somebody who's a vet. You ain't pulling this on anybody unless you smell blood in the water. See, your teammates tell you stuff too. I tell the kids I coach all the time, we compete against 3 people. The first one is yourself. The second one are your teammates. The last one is your opponent. In that order. If you compete against yourself first, oh man, you're going to have a beautiful journey. Then you look around you, whoever show up every day with you, whoever putting in the work with you, get their ass too, compete against them. And then the last part is, them dudes with the other color on, let's go get it. So that's what it is. Now in this competition, if you're Jerry Jeudy, you ain't even playing well enough. I know your name is up there, but you ain't playing well enough. You're number 1, but you ain't playing well enough. All them drops, and you ain't playing. I know you ain't playing well enough to be over here big dogging. But then you are playing to the I fixed it. You are playing to the point where you come at a rookie who ain't showed that he's great yet, and you can big dog him, but that's cheap. That's Buster. That's straight up Buster talk. Like, you really gonna make this, you know these cameras on me. You know these cameras are zoomed in on every one of these braids in my hair, bruh. And you gonna come over here high sign. Let me tell you, one thing a receiver should never do is get on the bad side of his quarterback. Because, boy, he can turn this thing into Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown like that. Oh, yeah, there's some tension in the air. I don't care how many times he throw it to A.J. Brown. He can also not throw it to him. And you know how many times he's done that? It's been games where you go into the 4th quarter, that monster named A.J. Brown has no catches. I don't think he has no targets. It's like, what? Oh, yeah, because when I go back here, I got time to think. I told you, Shedeur had 3.37 seconds to throw the ball. And it doesn't matter about context. That's the longest it's been for the Cleveland Browns in 3 years. And it's not about context. Doesn't mean the O-line was pancaking everybody and playing perfect. No, it doesn't mean also that Shedeur wasn't running around in circles, extending every play. What it means is you had time. This is one thing you can't argue with, time. So when somebody gets something done or somebody doesn't get something done, it's not a time conversation because you spent the time the way you wanted to spend the time, right? Hey, when people talk about I was too busy to do that. No, you wasn't. You just didn't prioritize it. It ain't that important to you. It's okay. Oh, you Mr. Busy. There's $1 billion 20 miles away. You found time to go get it, didn't you? I thought I could text you the same day. I could text you, hey, hit your boy back, man. Let's go out tonight. Crickets. I could text you right after that. Okay, that's what you want to do. Hey, there's $1 billion 20 miles away. Go get it. Bow. What? Thought your ass was busy. How about your boy that's so busy? Your girl, so busy. Then all of a sudden, they find somebody. Oh, snap. They on the phone 8 hours. They texting 12 hours. They checking each other grams. Come on, man. So I don't want to hear this whole Shedeur context about how much time he had. He had the most time of any quarterback on the Cleveland Browns roster in the last 3 years, including the highly guaranteed Deshaun Watson. Come on, man. So I know where Jerry Jeudy's coming from. He's kind of like, man, let me be real and let's get out of this. Jerry Jeudy's really like, man, this is it. This is teammate shit. You bum work, bro. You bum work. This is what Jerry Jeudy thinking. This is what gets you initiated and engaged to come up somebody and do all of this. You think he bum work. You don't think he it. So you're like, fool, it's one thing for you not to be it. Don't mess with me. You're going to make me not it. And somebody need to tap Jerry Jeudy, number 55, and be like, you not it right now. And he can be like, it's because all these sorry-ass quarterbacks, Dylan Gabriel and now you. Just tell you how they thinking. If you don't believe they thinking that way, why would you act that way? Go. Beat it up in the comments. You can't. So Shedeur he got some fires to put out. You got some fires to put out. You got some teammate suspect. Remember the narrative? Everybody loves Shedeur. He ain't all his team. I said, no, you a damn lie. I ain't been on a team yet where everybody loved everybody. And it ain't one player that everybody loved. Some people love him and some people just indifferent. Some people cool with him. I don't care. And some people are indifferent. Not every player gets hated on, but that don't mean I'm rocking with you and love you. It just means whatever. And whatever means if things are going bad, they're going bad for you too. If things are going well, good for you. But don't think on a team, cats ain't sitting there like, man, look, if his ass don't hurry up and show me something, right? Getting tired of all these questions about this dude that ain't showed me something. That's Jerry Jeudy right there in that moment. That's just the way it goes. Real spit. Okay. Chris Fox says Jeudy fumbled on a big play. Let's beat it up in the comments last week. What if Sanders scolded him after that dumb play? Hey, man, you sound like you one of those guys that think life is fair. He didn't, because Shedeur has a different personality, different leadership, different role on the team than Jerry Jeudy. I ain't saying Jerry Jeudy's right. I'm just explaining his behavior, okay? I think he's wrong, right? You know you got a rookie that's under scrutiny that's trying to build himself up. He trying to climb up the hill with a backpack on with 200 pounds in it, and your ass gonna sit there and go blow against him. He gonna get in front of Jerry Jeudy, walk right in front of him, go like this. Kick rocks back at him. Remember in Spy Hunter, was that the game? It's oil slick. You hit an oil slick on him. Banana peels, you just throwing them behind you. Yeah, he wrong. But I ain't saying that. I don't care about wrongs and rights. I'm talking about what happens. I'm a sociologist, y'all. Give a damn about wrongs and rights, love and hate, good and evil. That ain't going nowhere. So now let's just explain why you going there. Because you ain't going to stop the reason. Jerry Jeudy like, dog, you ain't it. What's wrong with you? Throw the fucking ball. And Shedeur like, fool, I was throwing it over here because he was open too. You ain't the only one on the field, and being real, you ain't even living up to your name. So why throw you the ball with your drop ball ass? What? What you say? What you mean? What you mean? At least I got a name, fool. It ain't my daddy's name. Ooh, oh, that's what we doing? Shedeur stands up. I'm telling you, boy, y'all don't know how it goes for real. And this is just a normal Sunday cold day in Cleveland. Oh, we got 17 of them. And don't talk about Wednesday practice, Thursday practice that nobody snitched on and told you what happened. But in reality, this happened at practice. When the media is only there for the first couple of segments and then they got to leave after 15, 20 minutes. Oh, yeah. Everybody go like this. What's up now, partner? Cats be in there banging on each other. You sorry ass. Fool, you better get right this week. You got Trent Williams. Did Myles Garrett get a sack? I ain't see it. Did Myles Garrett get a sack? Because that was one of the notes, right? That was one of the notes. Did Myles Garrett get a sack? Because he had to go get Trent Williams. I don't know. Beat it up in the comments. I can look it up later after the show. Okay, let's get up out of this. See what else y'all got in these comments before I go to the next topic. Because that was gangster right there. Ooh. I love when I have to show y'all how it really goes, the characters in there. Boy, there's no better place. And I see why so many football players get divorced or just have bad relationships or have tough times after football. You want to know why? Because ain't no place that gangster. No other place is that real, that raw, that dope, that fresh. No other place. I'm telling you, this is real. Let me get up out of here. Everywhere. Oh, he did get a sack? Good. I see Miles get a sack. Did he get it on Trent Williams, though? You know Miles be moving around. Did he get it against the other dude? Just answer that in the comments. Beat it up. Oh, he backed Williams up. Good. One owl, 6885. Thank you. Okay, Art. This is one thing about when you leave football. One, it's the ultimate team sport because there's so many different people and perspectives, and we're all different, and we're all just like in this weird relationship of like, I really love you and I really don't care about you. And some of you I hate, whatever it may be. But we all together still. Like we going to the reunion every day in practice. We going to the reunion every weekend for the game. Ain't none of that I'm backing out. I don't rock with Roxanne, so I'm not going. That's some punk shit. You could get away with that in the real world. You can't get away with that in football. Oh, you signed up. You here. And I loved it. I loved it, how they forced you to go get it. They forced you to do stuff you didn't want to do so you realize how strong you really were, how strong you really are. I don't want to run another damn gasser. I'm about to, I am throwing up. And coach looking at you like, you need a napkin? You done? Turn around and run. If you allow me, what they say on SpongeBob, if you allow me to do what I want to do right now, I am going home. No, you not. Here's a napkin. Take your ass down there another 100 yards. And it just builds you up. So when you're done, you get into a world with all these little fickle-ass, fake-ass relationships, and people can't even tell the truth, and people got all these narratives, and they root for things and don't even use logic, and they ain't even that damn tough. And you talking to me, you're like, man, if you don't shut your weak ass up, in a world where all these damn aunties and single mamas raising these boys growing up to be feminine, can't even talk to them. Dog, he's like, I don't like what you just said. I said, what'd I say? He's like, that just didn't, I don't know, your tone, you just don't. Man, if you don't get your ass, Tone, I'm going to call Tone. He may have to talk to you. You don't want to talk to Tone. Dial Tone. Shut up. Okay, let's get into this. This is fascinating. Former NBA ref Tim Donaghy, if I say his name right, sorry, reveals instances of referees holding grudges against certain players, such as
discussed it, spilled out onto the floor. And in a situation with Iverson and Jabby, Allen Iverson threatened Jabby in a game. Jabby ended up giving him a technical foul, throwing him out, and then it was reported and that the league fined out Iverson $20,000. We felt that, he should have been suspended. So I had him in one of the next games, and we were in the locker room, said, we're going to stick it to him. Let's call palming violations on him tonight. He palms the ball every night. Nobody ever calls it. Let's just enforce it tonight. We all went out. We all took turns calling a palming violation on him. When he goes to the basket, he was getting hit, and we weren't calling it. And right near the end of the game, he comes up to me, real nonchalant. He said, hey, Tim, how long is this going to go on for? And I looked him right in the eye, and I said, I don't know what you're talking about. And he laughed. He goes, you know what I'm talking about. And he just kind of shook his head and walked away from me. So, it was a situation where this was discussed a lot. Personalities with referees and players conflicting had a lot to do with how the whistle was blown out on the floor.
Were there discussions among...
Blah, blah, blah. This is something that I've talked about extensively before, about how when you get to the stadium, and shout out to Jim Jackson, that's my dog. Oh, man. There has been few guys in this world who have won more in this world. I'm talking about just all things than Jim Jackson. That dude is it. Salute to the homie. Now, when you walk into an NFL locker room on game day or an NBA locker room on game day, you know where your locker room is. You know where the opponent's locker room is, right? You get out your car, boom, the Ferrari's still there. They got the valet for you some places you park it yourself. It's all good. Then you got to act like you don't see that damn camera that's filming you right now for the pregame intros and stuff, and you got on your freshest, but you acting like I don't see nobody, right? You doing all that little perp walk. You get your ass up in there. You got to take all that fresh off. $277,000 worth of jewelry you putting up in this little cupboard with a little Master Smith lock. Stupid. But we do it, right? Taking off all the Gucci, the Fendi, wow. What a boy. All the night. Oh, shit, man, I'm about to eat, boy. Man, this boy, sorry ass nigga. He coming at me like, what? All that. Walking around with your towel on, hot tub, cold tub, a little contrast. It don't matter how you get ready. throw some Bengay on your knees. Oh, it's time to go get it, right? You go out there, warm up, cut off shirt. What's up? What's up? You act like you don't see them fine girls already here. You're like, you know what I mean? You doing you. In the middle of all that, guess what's going on right next to your locker room? The referee's locker room. And I have seen it before. A lot of players have seen it. They got a whiteboard in there. And they getting dressed too, but they dusty, you know. They got on some old khakis and, you know, some of them big old roach shoes and stuff. They just putting them on. And they, hey, how you doing today? Oh man, this is gonna be fun. We got the Buffalo Bills today. Oh yeah, they good. Now, all right, everybody dressed, gather around. This is exactly what they do. These three things are the points of emphasis for this game. It could be holding, like the Buffalo Bills hold a lot. So they've done their film study during the week. Holding. Second thing could be offsides. They like to lean. They like to be across the line of scrimmage. You got to watch them. They're offsides a lot. And another thing is they go like this. Let's say watch Wiley. Wiley does this little sneaky thing, and we don't like Wiley right now. And then they start talking, all right, watch Wiley and all these guys doing this trick. I'll tell you the trick. So then you start looking around like, watching the game. All right, offsides, Buffalo Bills. Right here, defensive holding, Wiley. Defensive holding? What do you call that? Okay. Oh, Wiley likes to do this little rip move, but when he does the rip move, he doesn't go through the sky. He grabs the face mask and pulls it down, something I used to do for real. I was going, and the cat goes, neck going like this. Right then, if I hit this, if he do this, I'm by. I'm gone. If I do it too late, then he recovers. Bow. Then that turns into, I'm talking to the ref, why you do that? Why you do that? Why you calling this? And he like, come on, dog. Then if I have to see that crew again, guess what they saying? Wiley got lip on top of doing that cheap stuff. So now let's switch it out to this story. Allen Iverson, everybody knows his reputation precedes him. He's coming in. He talking, he chirping, he winning. Iverson, they said, used to go to every road game and just buy up the mall and wear the clothes and then leave them there. Next road, I ain't wearing the stuff I wore in Memphis and Boston. First of all, different weather. But second of all, I'm Allen Iverson, fool. So that type of mindset, that type of belief in yourself, arrogance, whatever you want to call it, nonchalantness, I don't give a damn. Trust me, it showed up on the court as well. And them referees are like, oh, that's what we doing? Oh, that's how we acting? Because the referees just, look, they know that they're the authority because they can stop the game anytime they want, but they don't really want to flex. Most of them don't want to flex. They want to be nondescript. You don't want to know the ref. If you know the ref, it's usually for a bad reason, like an old lineman. So then they're like, we just here, dog. We happy. We got the best seat in the house, not even courtside. They're paying us to be in the better seats than courtside. We're walking with you. At a free throw, you talking to us. Hey, man, that was a hell of a call right there, bro. I didn't think you saw that, homie. He like, yeah. You're there. They don't want to be the story, but sometimes they become the story because they're still human beings. And when you're a human being, you get in the middle of some crazy stuff. And they caught themselves in some crazy stuff. So let's beat it up in the comments. People talking to me. If you got any sound issues, log out, log right back in. That's how the game goes. That's what they say. Okay? What else we got? People are saying, y'all stop making these Shedeur excuses. I got to scroll through like 88 comments to get to a real comment about something else. All right. Being a basketball ref, this is from Most 9905, and them mother suckers cussing you out and threatening you be a lot. I had to stop as I got into it with a coach, and that was fourth graders. I know, my son's a fourth grader. Oh, I've already seen coaches go at refs. I'm like, dog. First of all, this is local. We're talking local basketball AAU. So a lot of the refs are people I know or grew up with, right? So a cat that played high school ball that I knew, and then now he's refereeing, or a cat that made it college. You know, we even seen some actors out there, some people, you know, child actors or real actors, but love the game and still want to, you know, support and donate their time. So it's like you talking to my homie like that. I'm like, damn, dog. And sometimes the coach is wrong. Sometimes the parents are wrong. You don't see everything, just like the ref. They're wrong. They don't see everything. But everybody, if they're pulling in the same direction with that spirit, the most you should do is like, ooh, oh boy, I don't know about that one. All right, move on. And you look, because your kids are looking at you. And then if your kids see you lose your cool, you just gave license to those kids to lose their cool. Parents don't get this. Parents are weird. Oh, I wish I had a BB gun. I'd just be sniping these parents. Just something, but I got arrested for a BB gun in high school. I'll tell you that story one day. But you can't do that. It's assault with a deadly weapon. I was like, I CO2 your ass. Shut up. Stop complaining about the refs. As soon as he complained, his mouth wide open, go right there in his mouth. He can go to sleep. Shut up. All right, let's talk about this. This caught me off. Can't believe it's real. Don't know if it's real. Seems real.
Realize how short of time Steph Curry's actually going to own the NBA all-time three-pointers made record? While he is the greatest ever and the pioneer of this changed game, these young guys are just getting too much of a head start on him. Look at this. The three-point explosion didn't really happen until his age 27 season, and in those first 6 years, he never averaged more than 3.6 threes made a game. For reference, 20-year-old rookie Colin Knippel's already averaging 3.7, and in those first 6 years for Steph, he only averaged 2.67 made threes a game, which in today's NBA would only slot young Steph in as 22nd in the NBA in three-pointers made. And maybe the craziest part here is how Anthony Edwards, who's not even known for making threes, is shattering Steph's three-point career records. He was 3 years younger than Steph when he hit his 1,000th three, and at each age level has demolished Steph's made three-pointers and doesn't turn 25 until next August. And this is going to be a tough pill for us NBA fans to swallow because we know Steph Curry's the greatest shooter ever. And longevity's been a big part of his success. You see late in his career, age 37, still 4.8 threes a game. There's a chance in 10 years from now when Anthony Edwards and Colin Knippel are in their mid-30s that this is just a very standard NBA season. This is sad, but while we know Steph Curry's the best, NBA history won't reflect it for long.
And this is what
what you got to say?
I resent the fact that if you're in the comic books, you're considered a nerd. If you're in the anime.
Oh, that must be something different. I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. You had to give me a better intro than that, big dog. Man, Tony Baker. Oh, thanks for the clip. Let's say this. I knew this was coming. What did King Solomon say? He said, there's nothing new under the sun. And when you hear that, you be like, yeah, but, right? You be like, yeah, but. Like, you said that thousands of years ago. Yeah, I think we've done some new stuff. And he's like, there's nothing new under the sun. Listen, it's gospel, damn it. Shut up, stop arguing, right? And then you test the theory. Just like they say in cinema and they say in storytelling, there's only 7 stories. And everything else is just a version of it. Well, I decided to say, I knew this was happening. I knew this was coming because I remember when this happened. Y'all remember this guy, right? His name is Larry Bird, right? And everybody knows Larry Bird for one thing, shooting that damn three. But then if you start looking at the threes he was shooting, Lord, not even 2 a game when he came out. Then they said that's too much in rookie year. They said, don't shoot that many. What? Larry Bird? Don't shoot that many threes? Look at this. He shot less than 1 a game. Then they said, that's even too much. I want you to shoot even less than that. He got one of these fake-ass stats. Them cats that be acting like they play ball and they didn't. Oh, I averaged 1.5 points a game for 1 game. That's what Stephen A. Smith said. Remember that? That's hilarious. 0.7. Who the hell shoots 0.7? Larry Bird. In the 80s. This is crazy. I grew up in this era. Look at this. Attempts. Then all of a sudden, somebody said, hey, you know what? He looked kind of good in the All-Star game when he win it. He don't even be taking off his warm-ups. I think he should shoot more. Okay, let him shoot 1.5. 2, 3. Oh, he's the best ever. 3.1. Then all of a sudden he started getting hurt and that back started hurting. He started, I shoot a little bit, but not a lot bit. Oh, a lot bit, not a lot bit. A little bit. I got to get up out of here. King Solomon was right. Nothing new under the sun. Ain't that crazy? So now let's insert Steph Curry for Larry Bird. What? Are you serious? Yes, I'm serious. These cats are coming out gunning it. And then don't trip. Have y'all seen Wemby shoot the three? I don't know his numbers, but he shoots it. That sucker 7'4", 7'7". I don't know what he is. He's 6'7", whatever the hell he is. He's shooting threes. The game is changing that fast, y'all, and we got to keep up with it. So Steph Curry, no slight to him, obviously, but the record books may slight him. It may say, thanks for all you've done. You have just given more encouragement to the next generation, even those who are not as good as you, to be better than you in terms of record, in terms of what they may do statistically. And it reminds me of when I was a free agent and I signed a contract that was bigger than guys that were better than me because of the timing. I'm like, damn, Bruce Smith, a Junior Seau. I'm making more money than Hall of Famers. And they still were damn good then. They were still tilting. Bruce Smith still was getting 10 sacks. There you go. So, King Solomon, respect. Respect. We get it. Nothing new under the sun. All right? So, beat up in the comments. Let me know what you think about that. Can y'all believe Steph Curry will go down as the greatest shooter of all time? But statistically, somebody going to end up snagging that if they play long enough. You know how the game goes. We know that context. But also, can you ever take away that he's the best shooter of all time? Like, isn't that crazy? Like, where is Steph Curry in terms of shooting? No one's 100. No one's 100, right? No one's 100 because there's something you could have done or made. Because there's a gap where you can say somebody's better. Or like whatever Jordan was, he wasn't even 100 in terms of his game. If so, you wouldn't even entertain LeBron could be the GOAT because he could tie Jordan. He can't be better. So there's always something that someone can do that could be better than something you saw that was already amazing. Isn't that great? That's crazy. Like, you can recreate what 100 is, but the reality is no one's 100, so you ain't got to recreate it. And that's for all coaches out there, all you guys. Never tell somebody to give you 110%. I slap myself the one time a year I say that. That's stupid. Ain't no 110%. Just give me 100. Most of y'all can't even do that. Why are we going to 110? Nobody's giving 100. It's so stupid. So, all right, beat it up. Let's get some. Let's get some. Okay, what y'all talking about in these comments? Larry was a top 5 passer ever. Yes, most 9905 says that. Jamal SR9 and N said no one said that to Michael Cooper. Ooh. I don't know. You got a little beef going on in this chat. I love it when they get a beef going on. Most and Jamal SR9 and N are having a back and forth and the chat just going. All right, have fun with that. I don't know what y'all talking about. I know what I'm about to talk about, though. I'm about to talk about this. It's crazy. I'm going to read it first. Browns Harris calls out 49ers Jennings for injury timeout remarks. So in sports, like in life, you're supposed to show respect when someone is obviously hurting or even worse, seriously or gravely. Somebody passes away, you're supposed to show respect. But we saw with the Charlie Kirk situation and assassination that we lost that as well. So somebody can get smoked in front of their whole family and we can sit there and write memes and jokes and stuff now. We're in a dark place in that respect. Well, it's happening in football as well, which is, it used to be a protected space where you never would go there on somebody, the opponent, your teammate, nobody. Everybody got love. Even if it's your arch enemy, you hate this fool. Whatever. He gets hurt, you got to look out because you can get hurt, right? Golden rule. Well, during Sunday's 26-8 loss to the San Francisco 49ers, Browns defensive tackle Malik Collins suffered a quad injury in the third quarter and needed medical attention. As staff helped him, 49ers receiver Jawan Jennings made personal comments to Shelby Harris, Myles Garrett, and others, which Harris called crossing the line, labeling Jennings a hoe and noting he hid behind his line after. Garrett agreed the demeaning remarks came at a vulnerable moment. Harris also referenced Jennings' recent growing punch from another player. Collins didn't return while the 49ers improved to 9-4. Wow, Collins didn't come back because he was hurt. So what are y'all talking about over here, boy? Let me see what the cracking on the mackin' is.
He's a hoe, and I want that known. Like, I see why he got punched in the nuts, because he says some things that you should not say to another man ever, but I don't respect it because you say that, then run behind your O-line. That's some real soft shit, and I want that known. I see exactly why they punched your nuts. I'm surprised nobody punched him in the jaw yet.
He don't look like he playing. Blah, blah, blah. My thing is, look, I don't know what he said, but obviously you do, and you didn't like it. So now you're gonna come here and say all that. I'm like, what could be left? Say what he said. like finish him, as they say. Finish him. What the hell did he say to get you that hot 100? As coaches always say, if you're gonna say something disparaging about somebody, names and numbers. I was raised with that mentality. That's why I call people out. And that's just the way it is. People think you're calling them out for clout. I'm like, I ain't calling them out for clout. I'm calling them out because why would I talk bad about you and keep it anonymous? That ain't fair to you. What did he say? Oh, I'm talking about so-and-so. And I ain't say. Why? I don't know if you're making this up or not. What did he say? If you don't want to say what he said, don't say his name. But we know he's saying his name and we don't know what he said. So let's take it here. you didn't want to call him out by word verbatim, but you also wanted to call him out by name. And you understand why he did that. What are they protecting? It's been some of these kind of like weird, not even scandals, but just situations in the league where somebody says something and then you're like, yo, that's foul. And it's so weird. You're mad at him and y'all get into it because it's foul, but then it's so foul, you want to actually protect him and not let the world know what he said. You ever seen that? It's been some of those times where it's been questionable things. Myles Garrett got caught up in that one time. What really was said when he swung the helmet? Remember that? Who was that on? Who was he? Beat it up in the comments. I forgot who he swung that helmet on. Some quarterback took it, all that. And I remember hearing different reports of what really was said. And some people were calling Myles Garrett out of his name and out of his sexuality, I think. That's what I've heard, like a lot of stuff. And that can explain why somebody want to go to the next level if they're already hot and you calling them all that stuff. But at the same time, when Myles Garrett was going through it and the suspension and all that, everybody kept saying, we don't want to talk about it. We don't want to say nothing. Then they tried to grab the NFL film and all that stuff. Remember they grabbed all that and they got the sound? I was like, God dang. Mason Rudolph, that's his name, pulling the helmet off. He's like, you mother, who you calling? Because it was like that back channel of the NFL saying, hey, we know something about you, we think, allegedly. But nobody says it. Oh, if I say it, detonated. My helmet ripped off. He almost ripped his neck off with it too. Real spit. So that's how the game goes. But coaches always say, look, if you got something bad to say, you better say his name and number. If you ain't, don't give me no hypothetical, anonymous sources. Of all things, to me, that's like gossipy. That's like weak. You're about to beat this dude up and kill him, and then you're going to be like, why? And you're like, I ain't like what he said. What'd he say? He knows. No, we know you just socked him in the face. So unless you want me to think you're psycho and crazy, I think it's smart for you to tell me what was the reason. All right? So that's how coaches get it. all right, well, Derek Fisher's a coach. He coaches at Crespi High School. Yes, shout out to D. Fish. Basketball coach. He has his stepsons, Matt Barnes' boys is on that team. They got a little squad. I see a bunch of kids working out at the spot that all come from here. Let's see it. Uh-oh. Let's see what it is. Let's go.
Of your journey is like learning how to control your mind and not allowing your mind to control you. You use this warm-up activation window to like start to narrow your focus, and you start kind of leaving things behind. You start closing compartments and doors so that by the time we really start moving into team activities, like you're fully present in the gym. Part of your journey.
Blah, blah, blah. See, I told you a sociologist. I love stuff like this. I love to like mentor and inspire. And I know I could tell by sometimes by the views, everybody wants to be inspired. They be like, man, if you don't talk trash about somebody, that's when people all clicked in, right? But oh well, gotta feed myself too. I have this drill, and it's called energy. So every time we warm up in football, we do the same physical drills, and we always end with one drill. It's called energy. And I always tell the kids, hey, who had a birthday party this morning? Who woke up late? Who was playing video games? Who was playing in the backyard? Who had a game already? And the kids are like, me. And I said, all right. And who after this is going to a dinner, going to the movies, going to another party, having a sleepover? Me. I said, good. All right, energies. That means I want you to be silly. Shake it off. Like whatever it is. And I blow the whistle. They go 10 yards and they dance. They do all these dances. They gritty. Is it still gritty? They do all that stupid stuff. I said, be silly. Go up, go back. And that's it. Shake it off. Whatever you had happen before this moment, whatever's happened in the morning, forget about it. Whatever you're thinking about later and you got to do, forget about it. Right now, be where your feet are. Be present. I need your energy right now to be present. And little kids, they don't get it. They still daydreaming. They still, after this, I'm going to play Roblox. I'm like, all right, whatever. But the point is, I love what D. Fish is doing, and I love what he's saying. And think of that level of genius and IQ and success at the high school level. You got a 5-time champion who was one of the masterminds in terms of leadership and character for those Lakers teams, telling high schoolers, real game, real spit. Oh, that's next level. Oh, I love that so much. Now, he may get a college job, he may get a pro job. We'll see. Maybe that's his aspirations. Maybe it's not. You never know. Because the dynamic is he's coaching Matt Barnes' kids, and he is married to Matt's ex. So it's in the family. You can say it's weird. It's modern family. You can say what you want. It's in the family. All right. Speaking of in the family, Nick Saban is like, look, college football is my family. I'm one of the forefathers, god dang it. And what are y'all doing right now? Let's get it right.
Well, everybody should be thinking about the players. Everybody should be thinking about the student athletes. What's best for the student athletes? Players should be able to play for his coach for the entire season. Players shouldn't be penalized if a coach leaves, because the committee has the opportunity, if a player or coach doesn't participate, they can sink you in the rankings. So Ole Miss could go down in the rankings, maybe miss a home game. So their players are getting penalized. But we need to take a better approach to the business aspect of what we do in college athletics. In the NFL, you cannot leave your team until you're finished playing. You can't talk to another coach in the regular season. There's a defined time when you can talk to them if they're in the playoffs. That's the way it should be. And we should match the academic calendar with the football calendar, and we shouldn't have an early signing date that conflicts with people wanting to hire an early coach, a portal situation where you got to hire an early coach, fire your coach early. None of this is fair to the players. So if we did all that in May and then had some kind of OTA days or something in the summertime instead of spring practice, we wouldn't have all these issues and players could actually finish the year. So this is not a Lane Kiffin conundrum. This is a college football conundrum that we need some leadership to step up and change the rules on how this gets done in terms of coaching searches and opportunities for people to leave. Players can leave. So if you went to the Ole Miss players, they would say, I want my coach to coach till the season's over. We got a chance to go to the playoffs. When's the next time we're going to have a chance to go to the playoffs? So that's the way it should be, regardless of what Lane decides to do.
All right, blah, blah, blah. Well, we know what he decided to do. He tried to get that out there before Lane made the decision. Obviously, that's not going to change the rules or anything like that. But the point is, they messed this up. I feel bad for Lane Kiffin for him doing so much good, doing so well at his job, that all of a sudden it came back to haunt him. It came back to hurt him, right? You know, emotionally, that was messed up. You recruited these guys, you brought them in, NIL, all that. Y'all got relationships, and they saying you can't finish what you started. Like, what happened to that? Isn't that like the baseline of all sports? Commitment? Like, I don't care who's good, who's bad. Just give me your best, and we'll take it from there. Right? Do your best and enjoy the rest. That's what it's supposed to be about. And these suckers made Lane Kiffin out to a demon. They demonized him. Ole Miss look all weird, all insecure. He's a demon. Y'all insecure. Hurry up and tell me if you love me. If not, we're breaking up. Girl, bye. Like, what? And then the players sitting there like, we caught up in the wash? Y'all don't care about us? Dog, without Lane Kiffin, let's just say we're not as good a team. What's wrong with y'all? And look, all these like fake labels and like associations, student athletes. Stop. Y'all care more about the athlete than the student. So put it first. Say athlete, student. That's how y'all act, even though you're supposed to be a student athlete, and I certainly support that. Then on top of that, then the coach, you've been penalizing the players forever. Coaches can go wherever they wanted to without penalty. And now the coach is like, I'm coaching all the way through, and then I can still take another job, and I take it when I take it. I can do both things. I can walk and chew gum. You can. These suckers be faking it, man. All this administration, they be looking out for their next job. Oh, there's an opening at Notre Dame as chancellor. I wonder how it is. You send your executive search guy out there, and he does all the work for you. You could do two things. But nah, not there. Not Oxford. It's kind of crazy. Weak. All right, so let's get into the comments. People saying like Raphael 32, Texas going to the playoffs. If they penalize Ole Miss, oh boy. What's up with Miami? Is Miami out? I saw Miami was on the bubble. They're going to get in? I'd love to see Miami do something. I don't care or not. I don't care if they even qualify. You know what I mean? And what's some schools that they always talk about, like the non-power fives, they call them, the committee of five, whatever they call them. And they talk about they shouldn't be there because every time they get there, they get smoked. Oh, man. I don't know, but it should be that way. All right, we're getting towards the latter part of the show so we can get through some of these great topics. but they just extend our sports conversation a little more. So let's get into this. I want to see what you guys think about this, because Dame Dash says 50 Cent is tearing down another black man by serving as the executive producer of the upcoming Diddy documentary series. We all seen the promos for the Diddy series. What do they call it, Redemption or something like that? I think I got a video of it. Never trust a black man that will make a documentary tearing down of what the real word is, like excellence. How many times we heard excellence of what the real word is, like excellence? How many times we heard excellence and we've heard black excellence? What is black excellence? Someone that is excellent that's black. Well, then they're excellent again. We're back to where we started. Like, I'm not dumbing down my kids like that. Ain't no JV when it comes to life. There's varsity. Everybody is playing, right? And that's how it goes. You better teach your kids the right things, or they will grow up with a JV mindset in a varsity world, right? You protect the kids and you make sure you give them the right things. But point being, never trust a black man that will make a documentary turn down another black man for a white man. Well, for a white man, if 50 Cent ain't getting paid, I think he's an executive producer. Sounds like he gonna get paid. And that's not a ghetto game to me. Once again, I tell you people, and I love you people, I'm talking about all y'all human beings out there. Y'all all do the same things. You're all uniquely the same. Will you stop playing? King Solomon said. Nothing new. Like, it's not a black on black experience when he's talking about this, creating this content. What, you want a white guy to make it and make money off it, and then 50 Cent like, damn, I could have did that story, or I could have did it different, or I could have did it better, whatever it be, but nah, I can't do it because I'm black. See how limiting that is? That's an inferiority complex. Like, I got to stay lesser. I got to stay away. I got to stay on code. I can't do that. What? What? Yes, you can. You can make the content. Now, do it respectfully, whatever you can do, or do it authentically, yes. But you can't do it because you black and you can't. Do you watch TMZ? That is white on white crime. Do you watch Entertainment Tonight, Access Hollywood? That is white on white crime. And they don't call it that. They ain't got that inferiority complex. They ain't got that phobia. They ain't got that. They like, Robert Redford do something wrong? He did something wrong. Whatever. They kill Trump every day. And you think that's black media? Trump can't go nowhere. Trump could have a holiday giveaway. And they's like, yeah, but that turkey's small. And you use the taxpayers' money. Like, for real. White people kill white people all day in terms of talk, narrative. What on The View, most of them ain't black. And them topics ain't all black. And they be talking about people. I mean, people in a bubble. I wish somebody would come up to me and say, man, you shouldn't say that about a brother. I said, did a brother do something right or wrong? Well, he did something wrong. Well, he gonna get talked about. What do you think? I'm gonna take care of him? You know how I take care of him? By telling him not to do the wrong thing and showing him the right way. Why don't y'all lead by example instead of by words, caring about what somebody say? First of all, you can say whatever you want about me. I've been lied on, sued, alleged, all of it. Fake, fake, fake. Say it though, so I can prove how fake, fake, fake it is. I don't wish you did. I don't wish you lied. But if you do lie, say it. I'll prove you wrong. That ain't hard. I know me. I'm open book. I'm open. I ain't tripping. But y'all acting like, don't be talking about me. We got enough people talking about me. Man, I ain't getting nowhere caring about the wind or the resistance of talk. Talk has not done jack for me in terms of me going to get it. Now, the only way talk works is networking. All right? Hey, I know so-and-so. Ooh, y'all should talk. Okay, make that work. But that person don't care about they saying good and bad about you. They care about the real. What's the real? They talking good and bad about you. Oh, okay. You're excellent. You're not just black excellent. You're excellent. Come on, man. Come on, y'all. What they talking about? What they doing with 50 over here?
People know about this long-standing feud that you've had with Sean Combs.
GMA Monday morning.
So what brought you to this project?
50 Cent on his highly anticipated new docuseries, Sean Combs, The Reckoning.
How did you go about getting the footage?
The Robin Roberts exclusive.
If Sean Combs watches this, what do you think he's going to feel?
Monday morning, The Interview, and never-before-seen video of Sean Combs. First only on Good Morning America.
Now they going in. They ain't answering one of them questions for us. That's a teaser. Don't y'all leave my damn chat. Don't y'all leave this damn live to go do that right now. Is it on already? Nah, I really wanted to read this. 50 Cent posted that. And I wanted to read this. I think this is interesting. This is what I'm talking about. This is my mindset. He's like, what feud? I put 2 of his kids in my scripted TV shows. I just didn't like he said fruity shh to me. And he said fruity shh to me. I don't like that. LOL. He like, see, 50, he like, it ain't that deep. What you mean? I gotta hate the dude. He said something crazy. I called him out. Move on. I already employed his kids. Y'all some sillies. What you think this is? No. All right, let's get into it. All right, what y'all say? Let's get into this. Most 9905 says clarity and understanding and communication is the goal. Yes. We know that. We really do know that. And the rest of these are talking about all kind of crazy stuff. So let's get into this. Please tell me, all right, I might have to cut this video because it's kind of crazy, but what's going on here? Brittany Griner, 6'9". Come on, y'all.
Brittany Griner, a dunk for us here live. Go right ahead. Oh, we'll give her another shot. Hang on, we'll give her another shot.
Good hang on the rim, though. She up there.
I think I can touch the bottom of the net. All right, give us a good one. Here it comes. Brittany Griner again.
Uh-oh. Oh, this ain't going well. When they got to tie their shoes after the first attempt. Uh-oh. Ooh, she went Statue of Liberty and it didn't work. Oh, it's over now. No, let's get out of here. Blah, blah, blah. I just wanted to show that real quick because I really believe in equal rights. Like, maybe too much. Now, I do understand the difference in biology between men and women, but also I could grade on a curve. And if you're 6'9", because I've seen her dunk in real games and I've seen others dunk in games, and I'm telling you, if they lower that rim, they going to see them ratings go crazy. And the ratings are already doing well. You want them to go crazy? Lower that rim. Man, you got that's one of the best facets of basketball. Yeah. We go into these gyms, these AAU games, them dudes be shooting them wet threes from like half court. Whoa. And the other ones that bang. Let's just say the layups typically don't get a response, right? So I'm trying to see why they don't do more of that. But Brittany, I ain't here to clown you, but equal rights. If I saw a video of Wemby and he couldn't dunk, I'll be like, what? Now people gonna say, oh, you picking on her. I'm like, I'm not picking on her. She did the video. With full confidence, she could dunk. And what had happened was, it did not go so well, right? It did not go so well. Okay. So now, speaking of, this is sad. Come on, let's get into it before we get out of it. Man, what is going on? 4 killed, including 2 children, 10 injured in mass shooting at child's birthday party. Sources say intended target was California rapper MB Nail. Him. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. Well, this is interesting. Let's read this. Rap culture is an unfortunate stain on American society. There is no other genre of music that has caused as much death and destruction. By the way, the 2 children were killed were ages 8 and 14. And apparently that happened at an ice cream shop, something like that. Look, I'm not gonna answer this question and sit up here and lie and get caught up. Rap culture has contributed more to our world in a positive way than a negative way. I'll give you one example. You know what I mean? Countless people like me who were inspired by rap. Now, there's not just gangster rap. There's all types of rap, but rap. Just put it in my headphones, turn up the bass, check out my melody, and light a cigar. Like, everything just gets me hyper when I'm into that rap zone, right? That's the genre. Inspired, greater than my circumstances. All those kind of themes. All right, that's how rap is. Rap doesn't have to be I shoot her up and shoot him up and then also, took your girl. It doesn't have to be that. But that is a lot of the entertaining rap based on the beat, based on the production, based on the marketing. We get it. But I tell you one thing, the reason I really wanted to do this story is because we all saw the headline about a week ago where there's no top rap song in the Billboard 100 Top 40 for the first time since 1990. And my reason in explaining that is simple. The vibration of rap is low. The energy you get from rap is low. Part that and part the people who grew up on rap is 50 years old. Remember that? I went to the concert down here at LA right next to SoFi. I went there, YouTube Theater, and all the rappers performing. Rap's vibration is low. Bad energy, being real. Worse, the fear factor, the violent factor, whatever. But worse is the fact that with that energy, the people who really were into rap, the golden ages, the 80s, the 90s, we older now. And I got kids. I got itty bitties. I couldn't even take them to the concert, let alone let them listen to it right now. I got a 10-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 5-year-old. She ain't listening to that. You know what they listening to? Which is at the top of the charts? K-pop. Real spit. You hear it? And K-pop is sick. K-pop got rap beats. I'm not lying. They got rap beats with like rap cadence with a little bit of singing like Drake. It's almost like a bunch of Korean Drakes. It's crazy. And it sound good and the kids rock to it. And the best part is I can allow them to listen to it because of the topics, because of the messaging, and it still gives it to me. Right? Right? And I'm not talking about all the rap. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a lot of the mainstream rap. Now, I ain't talking about Kendrick. I ain't talking about Drake, per se. I'm not talking about the top dogs. I'm talking about the volume of it. I'm talking about the cats trying to get in and the cats that are in under that level. I ain't talking about J. Cole, right? And rap, like a lot of the big ones still are going and it's good, but the vibration's low. And when I say vibration low, that means what is giving you ain't the same, and you don't want to have that conversation of comparing now and then, right? KRS-One been already broke that down. Edutainment, education, and entertainment. He had to even split between the two. Even if they said they was killing back then, it wasn't the same. They ain't kill as many people per song, like, right? Real stuff. But more than that, the experience, the vibration is the experience. Hip-hop culture, if you really want to go there. Hip-hop culture has now been either labeled, whether it's right or wrong, or stereotype, right or wrong, as you know now you got some anxiety when you go there. And don't lie to me. Don't get in these comments and chats, start BSing me. I don't play that game. I got a 20-year-old and 30-year-old niece and cousins, and they go to these festivals and this stuff. And every time they're going, okay, we about to deal with it. Let's just say you go to K-pop, you ain't dealing with it. All right, whatever that you want to call that, vibration or not. So come on, rap, clean it up. Clean it up. I know I went to the shootout. I went to Fresh Fest 1987, 88. The one that it was like all them people got stabbed and killed. We running out the damn concert. I'm 10 years old, running with my sister, lost in Long Beach. Couldn't find my grandma in the van. People stabbing. I think they were shooting. I heard, oh man, people just walking by you, knocking people out. They were throwing the fire extinguishers from the top floor. It was ugly. When I say ugly, I mean ugly. Real spit. So different animal, man. Hopefully we get it fixed, because who doesn't love some rap music, right? Who doesn't love them some great rap music? All right, let's get into this. We got one more topic. Do we have one more topic? It's time. It's time to get up out of here. All right, we got to do our polls. We got to get our polls. Simple as that. I love y'all. These rest of these topics come next time. That's the beauty of this show. I ain't going to keep you forever, but when I get you here, you're going to love being here. All right, answer this straight up. Take away records, awards, and rings. All right, who's the most talented quarterback here? Oh, talent. Here we go. Okay. Montana, Joe Montana, Dan Marino, John Elway, or Jim Kelly? Let's say. All right, it's certainly not Montana. I love you, but no. It's certainly not Jim Kelly. I love you, but no. We talking about talent. It's either Marino or Elway. Marino couldn't move, especially after the Achilles. So it's John Elway for me. Ding, 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 ding. Y'all beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you think. John Elway could run the ball. They told him stop running. He was like, why? This is, now when people always say black quarterback and mobile quarterback and 2.0 quarterback, and damn, look how they treated Randall Cunningham and how they treated Lamar Jackson, how they treated Mike Vick. Y'all skipping some people. And this ain't the champion white quarterbacks, but if you could run, they were hating on all of them. They told Steve Young, if you don't stop running, and before him, they told John Elway, if you don't stop running, now we act like that's a black thing. They told all the black quarterbacks. No. They told any quarterback that can run. Hey, dog, the path to least resistance is throwing the ball. And then they were proven right. That's why your yards per catch is higher than your yards per carry. It's not that deep. People always want to make something like, oh, they hate me. No. People don't think enough about you and like you enough, hate you enough, love you enough to even hate on you. They ain't thinking about you. They're just like, hey, Steve Young, come here. Stop Stop running. George Seifert out there like, hey, if you run again, I'll tell you, I'm benching you. John Elway, come on, y'all. What was it, Coach Reeves? Dan Reeves, like, if you run again, boy, I'll tell you, you ain't going to be throwing that ball that much more. All right, here's our last one. Who's an NBA player that didn't win a championship that you would have liked to see win one? I mean, it's not that deep. It's right here. But you know what? Over him, there's one more. I would say Allen Iverson. We talked about him earlier. I would rather see Allen Iverson of all the players I could think that didn't win one. Yeah, which is weird. Like the NBA, there's such a huge correlation between if you were great, you got one somehow, somewhere. You were really close, right? And Iverson got really close, and even Barkley. But I would say Allen Iverson, just to see how he would have acted if he would have got a ring. He acted that way without a ring. Oh, that would have been the best thing going since, you know, Gian at home. All right, y'all. Love for you guys. You know we're going to do it tomorrow. If I can, I will. I love for you guys. Thanks for beating up in the comments. Tell a friend. We have some fun over here. We just talk about everything. We're going to talk about it all because it all counts. It all matters. So have a great one, y'all. Peace.
It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not hyperbole here.